Well, hello, crafty lovelies, and welcome to the Rocky Mountain Crafter. Today I'm using Catherine Pooler products, and I'm starting with Bold Bits and Patterns, and I'm taking off 4 different stamps, and I'm going to be using my precision press. I like the precision press because you can buy extra plates for it. So I'm just setting up the precision press, and I'm using the ink colors Dress Blues, Party Dress, and Uptown. So here I have that beautiful blue, and I've set up those 2 little dots, and now I'm not sure if you can make out what this is, but that's a tail. And I'm just setting that up on my second plate, stamping it again with the Dress Blues, and then I clean that stamp off and put it onto the second little head there. That's a head. I'm putting a tail on a head. Any clues as to what these guys are? So these are quick and simple cards if you want them to be, or you can make them more complex. I'm doing 3 at once because now that I've set up my precision press plates, it's easy. So I'm going in here with Uptown, stamping those heads and the tail with Uptown. I like that the tail only needs to be switched over once. There is another stamp in this set that you could use it as a tail, but it's a lot longer. So I'm using this short little tail. Well, it's really a squiggle for a stamp set. It's not a tail at all, but that's what I'm using it as. And so just cleaning that off. And now this is a quote unquote egg. It's a circle blob of some kind, but I'm using it as a egg. And I'm preparing my surface because I'm going to be heat embossing these afterwards. So I'm just preparing all of the 3 surfaces with the anti-static bag. And then I go in with that beautiful champagne, which pairs beautifully with the party dress. Once that's done, I grab my big tub of clear embossing powder, and I am just putting that on there, scooping it on with the cute pink spoon. And then I grab my heat tool to heat set the embossing powder. You can see it changing there. I love how cool that is. It's just stunning. This is stunning. It is so beautiful. Oh, I can't wait to do the other ones. Okay, let's do them. I said I was going to pair. I couldn't decide what went better here. Let's see. Dress Blues and Uptown. The blue and gold is a classic color, isn't it? Or do we want to do those 2 warm colors and those 2 colors? I don't know. Or blue and gold. I don't know. I want to use all 3 of my metallic inks, but I can't decide. I think I'm going to go like this. Yeah, that's what we'll do. So we'll do, because then this one here could be for unisex. So smart. Okay. So let's get our, let's clean this off. Oops. Because that still had the rose gold on it. So clean that off. Let's get our next one here, which we're going to do the silver. Okay, make sure I have this the right way. Yes, I do. Push our magnets up a bit so they're closer. These are brand new. I've actually never used them yet. And I have the 3 new ones on the way. Well, I guess there's 2 new metallics on the way. And the lightest pink in the collection. So I'm looking forward to getting that very soon. Right, now I'll push this down. Give it a good push. Now the nice thing about the metallic ink is that it stays on top of the paper. So if I was to use another color other than metallic, it wouldn't stay on the top of the paper as well and make it look like our little friends are actually inside. Whereas this looks like our little friends are inside because it completely covers. Yeah, this is so cool. I love this. Make sure we get it all. Get it off. Let's get our heat tool again. Oh, I love how sparkly this turns out when we emboss it. I just love it. Okay. I don't know, is the camera picking up any of that sparkle? Like, it is just beautiful. Just gorgeous. All right. So here's two of them. Okay, and the third one, here we go. Let's do a third. Put this down, this. Clean off our stamp. And this time we are going to gold. Let's condition our stamp. I think always works better when it's conditioned. I condition with my skin. A lot of people like to condition just with paper, and that's fine too. Whatever you're comfortable with is the best way to craft. You do you. All right. Put this on here. Push it down. Make sure it's good and push down. Put lots of pressure on it. All right, it's perfect. Take it out. Put it into our clear embossing powder. Just shake it all around. Perfect. Again, this is staying on top. Oh, that is just gorgeous. Okay, so pretty. So yeah, this one here could totally be used for unisex because the camera's not picking it up. It looks more blue in here, but it is very teal or aquamarine colored because it's Uptown, which is, this is the color of it here. Maybe if I go up closer, you can see. Well, you can see it in the tail. I don't know why the head looks navy, but I assure you it's this color. So yeah, so that's a good unisex one. So that is Uptown with gold for that one. Excellent unisex colors. This one here is party dress and champagne. So nice girl colors. And then the last one is dress blues and silver for boy colors. Yes. And so there the three are together. All right, now we're going to finish these cards off. To finish off the first card, I'm taking the stamp set every minute and taking the sentiment out that says, enjoy every minute of this new adventure, and setting that up in my stamp press. And then I'm going to ink it up with the dress blues so that it matches. And I don't get it perfect on the first time, but that's okay. This precision press works similar to a MISTI where your stamp is in the same spot. You can just redo it over again. And that first card was super easy to finish off. Now I'm going to put these onto card bases afterwards, but I'm first going to finish off the other two cards. So I'm going in with the party dress and I'm doing a technique called swinking where you swipe ink. And I'm stamping up the sentiment, congrats on this happy. And then I'm stamping up in party dress the word occasion, which also has a coordinating die. And then I cut those words out separately and I put them wonky on my card. For whatever reason, I like that these cards are kind of fun and I like just to do things a little wonky. Now, the reason that I'm doing these cards is because there's a challenge that I'm participating in and the topic is humor. So these cards are, in my mind, funny. I just love, like, it's not something you see all the time. So that's why I'm doing these cards. So this one here, although I don't have anything glued down yet, I will after. This is what it's going to look like. For the third and final card, I've cut the word woohoo, and that's from the woohoo word die. I've cut it 3 times out of white and then once out of Uptown. And have you guys ever had this problem with your glue that no matter how many times you put it in your holder, it's always clogged? So I took a piece of foam tape and I taped it right there, and I'm going to keep a pin in it. And this way, when I put it in the holder, the pin is going to be in there. I used to do this all the time with my Barely Arts glue, but since I got this little glue contraption, this works perfectly for me. So I've just kept the negative also of the woohoo word die so that I could start stacking in the negative space and they would be true to the layout of the word woohoo, the way it's supposed to appear, because you could get it, it's a very thin die, you could get it off. It could be, you could stretch it out or whatever the case might be. The sentiment I'm using says, let's celebrate this, but I'm only inking up the words let's celebrate and putting that down with my precision press. That way it says, woohoo, let's celebrate. So I'm just using my glue to glue that on with the fine tip glue and put that in place. And that is how I finish the third card. So for the backing, which was, or the card base, which was super easy to do, I did that swinking technique again. So that's where you just grab your ink pads in the coordinating color. So on the Uptown, I did Uptown around the edges. Once that is done, I use my ATG gun to put two-way tape all around the back of my card panel front. And I put that down. I line up 3 edges, and if the 3 edges have the same amount of space around them, then the 4th one lines up naturally. So here is all 3 cards done. I just love the words all wonky, and these turned out great. The way that the egg is in the middle and how sparkly it is on all 3 of them, I just love that so much. All of the products that I've used today are linked below. I thank you so very much for watching. I am the Rocky Mountain Crafter, and you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and on my blog at therockymountaincrafter.com. Take care. Bye-bye.